Puerto Rican kid, bald head, loves snakes, loves Blizzy, Sergio Chacon.
Yeah. What up, Pa?
Peace. Welcome to the DBS podcast. It's your boy Sergio Chacon, aka Blizzy Chacon. That shit whack. I mean, it's always gonna be Dirtbag Shit podcast. The DBS podcast. Peace and welcome to the DBS podcast. It's your boy Sergio Chacon, and I'm with my good friend, my guest for this afternoon, Mr. Rob Brown. What's happening, Daddy-O? What's going on? Give me the snap to the shake. Me and Rob go way back, bro. Usually I bring in my guests as, this guy right here is a comedian, and I bullshit y'all. But Rob is just an old school throwback, and we used to get fucked up together.
Yes, that's true.
Yo, you used to get fucked up and lie. Remember
Who
that?
doesn't, though?
Yeah, we used to. First of all, we were good drinking buddies in early 2000. We're both sober now.
Yeah.
And you know, when we became reacquainted, it was like we never departed. It's all love.
Yeah.
I'm happy to see you, man. How you doing?
I'm good, man.
Good. Bring that mic close to you.
Okay.
Yeah, like it's a cock. White boys like saying cock, right?
Yeah, you.
White boy, all my white friends say cock.
You cocksucker.
Cocksucker. I bet your pops probably spoke like that. Did he say cocksucker
That's
a lot?
like the first curse he ever said.
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding. He said, you cocksucker.
Yeah, cocksucker.
Such
The first time
It's
I
such
grew
a
up,
dirty fucking
it's
word.
a dirty word.
It
Cocksucker.
Like, that's
It's very offensive.
in certain situations.
Rob, did you grow up on the Lower East Side or in Brooklyn?
No, well, actually, I lived upstate New York till I was about 15.
Okay.
And then I moved to Stuytown and was like shut.
Stuytown is on 14th Street
Yeah, I was between
on the perimeter of Lower East Side. That's not really
Yeah.
considered Lower East Side
No,
anymore.
No. I now it's what
I like Stuytown. It's the only
do
place
too.
in Lower Manhattan besides Tompkins Square Park.
My dad still lives there.
Yeah, it's the only place in Lower Manhattan that you can find a black squirrel in
right.
abundance.
I know. And then you see the ones with no fur. It's like he's from Jersey.
Yeah, a little dirtbag squirrel. Yo, I don't like. I like squirrels because they have fucking pride. I'll tell you why. You see pigeons, they laid out begging for food dead. They die. And they'll die in the gutter. You never see a squirrel dead in the gutter. They got pride. They die in private holes in the tree. Private holes.
No, squirrels are actually, they're pretty nasty, dude.
This guy's scared to death of squirrels.
No. I have it, like, I worked, I don't know if you remember, I worked for Little Frankie's. I was delivering pizzas.
Yeah, I do remember that.
So, one time I delivered, it was like the day, it was like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I go and, like the foyer, but like in most apartments in East Village, is the front door, and then there's the foyer, and then, there was a fucking crazy squirrel in there.
In the foyer?
Yes. And the person was on the other side of the glass. They were like, yeah, I can't get it. You know,
Get it.
He was like, yeah, look, like he's pointing down.
And you're holding
I had the
fucking
pizza.
pie?
I was like, dude, I opened the door. This thing was screeching, jumping.
Maybe it was rabbit.
No, they're just nasty.
No, they're not nasty.
They're like
I've been in
bars.
New
It's
York
like-
for 42 years.
Dude.
I've never been bothered by squirrels.
You know
They're
why?
nice.
Because, like, they're never put in that position. Everyone's like, oh, the squirrel, it's not sweet.
The squirrel.
No, I'm
There's a
serious.
guy in Tompkins Square Park, and he
Squirrel master. I
yeah,
know.
the
I
guy,
know
his
like
name is
that.
Frankie. His name is Frankie, and he used to be a bouncer at a club, and he got squirrels all over him. I'm like, you dirty fuck. I'm like, your head looks like a peanut. No wonder they like you.
There's the other dude, and
There's always a squirrel guy.
No, but there's a guy at Washington Square Park who's like the pigeon. He wears the red headband.
Yeah.
He has pigeon. He's like one
What's-
this way,
you got-
one down.
Yeah, I don't know, man. If I was gonna be I'm an animal person, but if I was gonna be that public animal person, I think I would fuck with the squirrels, even though they might hurt you.
Yo, I hope you added.
Yeah, we're on live.
Oh, really?
We're on live, baby.
No way.
Yeah, this guy. Well, listen, Rob. We are live, and this is
I'm like
loose and
trying to
fun.
loosen up. I'm a little nervous.
No, this is it. You're
You
loose,
make me
pop.
laugh so much, dude. Every time I get around, I'm like 15.
We're like kids again.
I know.
So yeah, we're on. We're live. If I was, I'm an
Okay.
animal person, but if I was gonna be the weird guy in the park, I definitely would fuck with the squirrels because I like the majestic furry tails. And
what about the ones that have like just the string?
I don't know.
It's like no.
that's a rat.
No, there's some squirrels that are like
I
budget.
little low budget squirrel.
No, I'm serious. They, the tail,
It's
like
just-
part of the hair is missing. They're messed
Pigeons
up.
like
I think
this-
they're just sick, probably.
Yeah, they're just sick. I'm surprised you see that, given that you're from Stuytown.
Dude, there's
Those-
tons of squirrels all
Yeah.
over the place.
Yeah,
There was a lady like right
I
down
saw a
the street-
raccoon in
Yeah,
Central Park,
I've seen a few of them.
and no one flinched. No one batted an eye. I was like, "There's a fucking raccoon 15 feet away from us." A couple of photos were taken, and then people went on with drinking their Pinot. What is it? Pinot Grigio. Yeah, we used to drink, Bob.
Yeah, for sure. I've seen a few hawks though too.
Yeah, hawks are.
There was one that there's one that lives in a church by my building,
Yeah.
and it like every
Does he
once in-
molest the kids? The hawk that fucks the kids.
No,
He
but,
got his
like,
eye on you.
But yo, dude, this thing had a bird, and this guy was walking by. I was like, "Yo, check that thing out." He goes, "Yeah." He's like, "Yo, you trap that thing, you get about $400." I was like, "What?"
There's always someone trying to bootleg, trying to fucking
I was like, "What?"
sell an animal on Craigslist. His name was probably Jose Reyes from Avenue D. Fucking exotic animals. So
We're
this
really
is a
not
little,
live,
New
right?
York
Are we
City.
really live?
We're live.
Oh,
a
shit.
little New York City history for you fuckers out there. They released hawks in like the late 80s, early 90s to control the rat population.
Oh.
And I'm not talking about rat rodents. I'm talking about the motherfucking snitches. So if you ever see a motherfucker with scratches on him, he's a snitch.
Yeah. Too much.
Yeah, we wigging and wagging out here.
All right. So we got fucked up a lot.
Yeah.
Let's go there.
Yeah, so sorry, this COVID got me fucked up. Delta variant, I got the new edition.
Thanks for letting me know.
So we met through a mutual friend who I actually had on the podcast, Ariel.
Yes.
AKA
I love Ariel.
That's
my brother, man.
Ariel. I hated that he had that nickname. It was Ariel. Like, let's just stick to Ariel. Let's stick to the cartoon girl name. Okay, you fucking mermaid boy. All right.
Yo, I
so
always remember it's like we used to go to the beach. It's like 100, and Ariel's drinking 40s.
oh yeah, so Ariel used to get fucked up. In the height of his, we used to all go to the
my
Brighton
God.
Beach, and Ariel used to be in his boxes, and he used to drink 40s
It was like 100.
of like 100 degrees and warm 40s.
Like cold 45s.
yeah,
stop.
me and you were a little classier during that time. We used to
Yeah,
drink
we were like
6
Heineken.
packs of Heinekens.
Yeah, or we would get the guy on the beach.
Yeah, remember the guy on the beach?
Crackers and shit.
Yeah, so there
what
was always a guy
what was that? They had the nutcrackers. Nutcrackers.
Yeah, and those guys were diesel. They were always
Because they're lugging around the car.
Puerto Rican or black descent, just chiseled out. They look like they just came home from prison, and they're just walking through sand mounds.
But the gear's all new.
The gears on you. Heineken, $5 Heineken, water, Heineken. Yo, and when that shit was always ice
Oh my
cold.
God.
Yeah, good times, man. We used to use the ashtray as excuse me, we used to use the sand as our ashtray, smoking Newports.
Yeah. Newport.
But one thing you said to me that stood out
What's
is
that?
what we used to drink at a place called La Nina, and you
Oh
would
my
get real
God.
close to me and
And
go,
like, help me out.
No.
Like,
Wait. You would
That
go.
was my trick.
You're like, you would drink and you have your beer. You go, Sergio, you see that girl right there? I'm like, yeah, at the end of the bar, yeah, I lied to her. I was like, what? You're like, yeah, I just lied. So you would drink and then lie to people. You
I
would
guess
tell
I felt bad,
tales.
so I had to tell somebody.
So when you lie,
You know when you lie and you feel bad and you're just like,
what kind of lies did you
"Ah,
tell?
it's just like little white lies. Like, what do you do? Like, I mean, it's hard. Like, it's hard to pick up chicks. You know what I mean?
So you would lie to them?
A little bit.
I like the little finger. Little finger gestures, a little bit. He just waved his
You know,
fingers.
not a lot, enough to where you can recover.
Yeah.
It's like a little lie. kind of like.
I've lied before. I've lied to people. One time
it's
I
like
was
your
real high
jo-
on cocaine.
Your job.
At Max Fish, and I told a couple that I was in the minor leagues, and I was about to go pro baseball player, and I even did the gesture of like pitching. I was like, yeah, I'm a pitcher.
No.
Yeah, I did it. I was like, yeah, for the Cyclones. They're like, the who? I was like, yeah, Cyclones.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, they were like, oh. And this is before the Cyclones were actually
But
a thing.
why? Like,
I just
why
lied.
tell the story?
Because I was
like,
high
you
on
were just
cocaine.
talking to them.
That was just high.
They were just drinking next to you.
Yeah, I just lied.
Yeah, I know. It's a good. Yeah,
Just lie.
it makes a good conversation.
It was very interesting to me.
It's like a lot of like drunks will tell the same joke over and over.
Oh God,
'Cause
yeah.
They just want that laugh.
They just want that
They
laugh.
want that
They look at the.
You
Good
know,
times.
like it's good. They want to laugh again. They want the original laugh to be as good every time.
We've been through some shit though.
Yeah.
So we were hanging out like early 2000s. Remember that rumble we got into?
Oh my God, do I? I actually practiced like thinking about like talking about it.
Because it was a long time ago.
Yo,
I'm gonna tell my
I'm
version
tell
of
you a
it.
full story. Okay, you could tell your version. I have mine
Yeah.
is a little crazy.
So this is what I saw. I saw your brother starting some shit.
I know why it happened.
I know
And
why it
we're
happened.
Getting into it. I'll
Yeah.
explain. I'll go through. That.
Yeah, I saw your brother start some shit at a bougie ass bar that we were at. You know, it's a bougie ass bar
No,
where
it
you.
wasn't. There was actually the guy that was DJing was like I won't say his name, but he was like a big DJ.
Yeah, so we were at a bougie ass bar. I was sitting on a fucking Shazay. That's how I knew it. There was a fucking chandelier right in front of my eyes.
Shazam,
It's like one of
dude.
those things that you lay down, they feed you grapes. I think if someone was fanning me with a peacock feather.
It's like, they call it. That's like a rape bed.
Yeah,
You could
a
sit.
rape.
You could sit or lay. It's like let's sit down. Let's lay down.
Yeah, there was like no back, so I was very
That's
uncomfortable. I
what
was
they
just
call
like,
that, a rape bed.
I was like slipping and
I know.
sliding. It was a weird, and I wasn't having a good time. And I remember when I didn't have a good time when I went out drinking, I would drink a lot more. So I was drinking whiskey.
Oh,
I feel like you
God.
guys got me into whiskey. My white friends got me into whiskey.
No, you did that on
You
your
did
own.
that on your own.
You did
Are you-
that on your own, dude.
So I was drinking whiskey with my
Don't-
white friends. And I saw,
But
and there was one. So it was me and a bunch of, you know, this. There was like separate rooms in this establishment, right? And in the next room, I see your brother popping shit, and the other guy that he's talking to is popping shit, and words are being
God.
exchanged. And I just see you and your brother fighting this dude. And it spills out to the front of the club. Your brother loses his Converse. White Converse, dirty too. I remember they were dirty and smelly. They smell like Doritos. They smell like Frito-Lays.
you,
They smell like Fritos.
you were that close.
Yeah, I remember vividly. I was like, this is disgusting. I'm holding Frito-Lay.
You fucking idiot.
Fucking, his shoes fell off and he's fighting this dude in the front of the club.
Oh, my
And your
God.
brother was very fucking like, he had tenacity. Like he had the tenacity of a mongoose. He just wouldn't stop fighting. This is where it gets ugly
Oh,
because I'm
God.
trying to intervene. It was me, you, obviously your brother. And there was,
My story's a
wait,
little
let me
wasn't
finish.
there yet.
Wait. So it spills outside. This is a long time ago. I had curly hair. I had a temple fade with curls on top. This is a long time ago. A
Yeah.
button down. That,
I know, like
that was ripped in the
that's when-
altercation.
Sure.
Wait, hang
You had
tight.
them satin shirts. Well, all right,
Hang
dude.
tight, hang tight. Yeah, we had button downs, slip on shoes. We dressed up for this night out. So your brother's fighting, and they separate them. Somehow they're separated. But then it's a big motherfucking dude who's like 6'5". He looks like a football player. He's
yeah.
walking towards me. He throws a punch at me. And like I kind of like fall over my own feet, or he might have just knocked me down with the punch. But he definitely clocked me. His boy tells him, "Hey, leave him alone. He has nothing to do with it." But by that time, I was blinded by fury. Yeah, so I found a puddle of concrete rocks, and I picked up a slab, and the guy that your brother was fighting was the closest one to me.
God.
And like Craig
Oh my God.
from Friday,
Oh my God.
Ice Cube played Craig and Friday. He threw that rock
Yeah.
at Debo's face. That's what I did to the guy that was fighting your brother. I threw it right in his face. I threw a fucking rock at this guy's face, split him open,
Oh,
and and we all got like separated. But the guy that originally knocked me down, you were fighting with him.
He
and then
he
out of everybody, me and the other dude are the only ones who got arrested out of the whole thing.
Well, okay.
That's a good cover of the story.
Let me tell you.
And we were talking about that shit for 2 days.
Let me let me tell you my side. So I was in the bathroom, and I don't
Doing
know,
blow?
No.
You weren't
I was,
doing-
no. I was drunk.
You were
in the-
pig-
I
you
was
were peeing
drunk
on the
in
toilet
bed. I was
paper?
Pissing on myself, probably.
You ever pee on toilet paper?
Yeah. Of course. You ever like pull it in too quick and you're like, ah.
peed on yourself?
And you're not even drunk, dude. You're just like, ah.
That's awful.
I know, it's terrible. Because you got that little wet mark here.
One time I was, and we're gonna get to your version of the story. Wait. I was at a fucking nightclub called
We
China
got
Club.
a few.
And I was peeing on the toilet paper intentionally. I was holding the toilet paper as if it was a
you
bottle of Snap when I was stuck in traffic.
What
and
are
I
you
was
trying to like deafen the blow? Like you don't want anyone to hear you pee?
no, I just like the way.
Why would you
I
do
just
that?
like
You
the
put
way.
a silencer.
I just like the way.
He put a silencer. He's like,
Yeah, I was looking around like this. I don't know why I decided to pee on a roll of toilet paper. I just like the way it was
Yo,
absorbing my urine. And yo, the bouncer came in and said, "Yo, that's deep." I was like, "Oh." He was like, "Yeah, that's deep."
He was fucked up.
He said, "That's deep. Now get the fuck out." I was like, "Yo, I'm sorry." He's like, "That, yo, don't talk to me. Get the fuck out." I
Oh,
was
you
like,
mean you weren't in the stall?
I was in the store. He peeked out. He peeked in
Oh,
because I was in there for a long time
probably,
peeing.
you were like suspect when you went in.
Yeah, he didn't like my look.
He probably. That's why. Why would
He probably looked. He probably looked at a
Why
little
would
crack.
he even pop in?
Yeah, he popped up above the store. He said, "Yeah, that's deep."
Yo, the dudes at my job.
And I was like, "That
yo,
Jug, I'm so sorry."
I gotta tell you, the guys at my job, yo, they use the bathroom, and yo, these guys, yo, hats off to them. They'll be blowing it up, like making crazy noise, and they just laugh.
Taking nasty
They're
shit.
like, and they're like,
Oh, you're like in a very blue collar setting.
yeah, they
You're
just
just
laugh.
splattering, yeah, chuckling after they blow it up. Yo, men are disgusting because women don't do that.
Yes, they do.
they laugh.
Yes, they do.
They blow it up.
I bet they do.
I don't know. I think
That's
men
what
are
you
more
just
gross.
don't know.
All right, so tell your version of the story. I know you're gonna lie.
Okay, no. My version of the story, I was in the bathroom, I was taking a piss. And on the little paper, I was trying to be quiet. No, I'm kidding. I can't fuck with you.
Yeah, that's wild, right? So
Silencer.
stupid.
I know, that's weird.
It's,
Anyway,
it's dumb, right?
Yeah,
The thing-
yeah.
I've also peed in the plant before, like in my apartment, and killed the plant.
oh,
It was a rescue plant too. Felt bad. Okay, go.
so then, I don't know if it was you. No, it wasn't you. Somebody ran into the bathroom and said, yo, your brother's fighting outside.
Yeah, it was probably there was another guy we were with who had a discipline of martial arts, very laid back
but
dude.
he didn't do anything.
He didn't do anything.
He was like, yeah, I know. You know, I was like, I know karate.
Yeah, but I'm not doing it.
But
Yeah. He
I'm
wasn't. He didn't want to get involved.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go
'cause
ahead.
His hands are a deadly weapon. Whatever. Anyway.
He had licensed. You know when people say that
That's
shit?
some bullshit.
Yo, that's some bullshit. Hey, yeah, I can't fight because my, you know, my
My hands are lethal.
I got, yeah.
Kill
my-
somebody.
Yo, my hands
You know,
are
get the fuck outta
the
here.
licensed deadly weapons. Yo, there's no such thing.
There is.
That's folklore.
It is, right?
Yeah, boxers. You don't get your hand. I mean, you could get in trouble for knocking someone out,
Yeah.
whether you're a boxer or
That's how
not.
they were like Bruce Lee, man, I think. Or
No
they were
one-
like,
no,
dudes
you
were
don't
like,
register
Yo, you know
your-
Bruce
yeah,
Lee?
yeah.
His
that's the
hands are
best-
lethal, registered.
Yeah. The guys used to love talking that shit. Yeah, I can't fight, man. My hands are registered.
Yeah, I'm a lethal weapon.
Yo, there's dirtbags out there.
I know.
Yeah,
Oh, anyway,
they're registered. I can't do it. I can't do it. I wish I could get involved,
Yeah.
but you know, I got a license.
Nice little loophole.
Yes.
Dudes buy it too.
Your dudes buy it. Oh yeah, he's a fighter.
Especially in the 80s, when
Yeah.
all the karate, like 90s, all the karate shit, like, yeah. You know, Steven Seagal and shit. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, I trained with Steven Seagal. Like,
Yeah, I know Wing Chun. I can manipulate your energy. I had a coke dealer who knew Wing Chun, and every time he used to deal coke to me,
He
used
would
to
do
shoot
like a
Wing
karate
Chun move. No, Wing Chun.
Yo.
He would go, I can manipulate your energy by pushing your elbow inside you. And every
Stop.
time I'll be like in a dive
Stop.
bar.
No, come
And he would do a
on.
Wing Chun move on me while I'm trying to do blow. I was like, come on. And he's like, yeah, I can manipulate your energy. It's on the hip.
Yo, my brother's such a cornball. Yo, I have to say this right now before I forget it. Yo, my brother got crazy into yoga. Like
He's a yogi.
Yeah. So into yoga, he's like wearing the funny like genie pants or like. We Rick Owens. Like he's like.
And your brother
weird.
was wild.
Weird. He had like Rick Owens shoes.
Yeah.
With like yoga pants.
Yeah.
Like you know.
He found his center, and he ain't giving it up.
Anyway, so like one time we went to the movies and I didn't see him in a while. He had all his beads and all this shit.
Just making noise.
Yeah.
Going through the aisle.
Yeah, no, but he was like, yo, where's the movie? He said over there. Like he did a yoga move. Is it the movie this way? And I was like, yo, dude,
Wait,
don't do that again.
he did warrior pose.
He
to,
did like he said, like he went last swear. I'm not even playing. I was
Wait,
like, I was
he
like,
got
yo,
up and
knock it off on the yoga. I get it. You're into yoga. Stop doing like yoga people do that shit. Like in
Yeah.
public, they're just like, ah.
Stay by the mic.
You know, like
Act
they
like you
do
know.
like the you know, just
So he went to-
always stretching.
That's so fucking funny.
Always stretching.
Yeah.
Like
He
weird.
looks so
like,
annoyed.
yeah. I
Well,
was like,
any community
yo.
of people who are hardcore are fucking annoying. So hardcore yogis are annoying. I'm part of the running community. You know, I run marathons and shit. I'm on my second
I
marathon.
think runners though, they don't like runners are just like they don't talk about it.
No, runners are annoying.
Yeah?
You ever fucking run in front of two apple heads? You know the hardcore runners with the apple heads and skinny bodies, and they got soupy asses, and all they talk about, I ate an apple today.
I had yoga.
What's your resting heart rate during your run? How many miles did you clock
wow,
in?
That's like heavy.
They got these big fucking lollipop heads. They got soupy asses, and they got shaved nipples. And they're like, oh my God, I love apples. And they're extra aware because they tapped into this part of their brain where they're super clean
Yeah.
and they're mad darty. So, so every community has a dirtbag. Fucking CrossFit
True.
people, they call their gym the box. Yeah, you going to the box today?
Or when they say core, like I'm working on my core, but your abs actually.
Core.
I'm working on the core. And I was like,
So you pulled out the bathroom. We're going back to the story.
Okay.
Where were we? We were way downtown,
I
like
know,
on Sullivan
I know,
Street.
I know. We just like we went into a wormhole.
Yeah, that's the way it is. Welcome to the DBS podcast, where we shake, rattle, and roll.
Oh yeah, so I was like, you know, I was taking a piss. It's like your brother's fighting outside. So I go outside, dude. It looks like mayhem. There's like dudes fighting. I think there was a chair somewhere in there. Like there was a chair in the.
It was
street.
ugly.
It was crazy, dude. It was like, yo, there was like 30 people fighting straight up in the street.
You lie. It wasn't that many.
yeah, it was.
It was me fighting.
Well, there was people there.
There was a lot of people.
No, there was about a good 5 people fighting.
Who else was fighting? It was me, you, and your brother.
No,
So six
but
of
there was
us.
some other guys fighting. There was another little.
There was another group of people fighting?
Yes. When I came outside, there was you fighting somebody, my brother fighting a guy like right here in front of me, and then there was like 2 or 3 other guys fighting.
Let me
in
ask
the
you a
back.
question.
I
Why
remember
wasn't
this.
me, the Latino, and the black person the only ones that got arrested? Right? A bunch of white people. We're the only 2 that got arrested.
So this, I'll explain that right now.
White
actually.
privilege.
Yeah.
You knew the cop. The cop was your father.
Yeah, no. Basically, so there was like, I took a Heineken out of the bar with me.
Excuse me. Sorry, guys.
I took a Heineken I had in my pocket. And then that goon, that fucking big goon, I threw the bottle at him. He slipped it, charged me, and I was like, all right, I'm a pretty good wrestler. I wrestled in high school. I'm like, yo, I'm going to fuck this guy up.
He was huge.
I grabbed him. He was like a tree, dude.
was
He didn't
big.
even move. He gave me a couple shots in the side. Yo. I started blacking out. I was like, ugh. Like, I was like blacking. Like, it was just like penetrating. And then you're there and you're like, yo, man, you good? I was like, no.
No, I don't remember even seeing that.
You did.
Oh,
You were
did
like,
I
yo,
see it?
Rob, you all right? You good? I was like, no, I'm not good. I'm getting fucked up. And then the cops came.
Oh.
I ran. I just took off running. You were like, stood there. You're just kind of like, yo, you know, like kind of got froze in the moment for something.
Yeah.
And my brother ran. but they caught him around the corner, some dudes, and they cracked his head open.
Yes, that's right. I forgot about that part.
He had to
Your
get
brother
his
had
head-
staples from
yeah,
that.
Yeah, he had to get his head stapled, man. They
That
caught
shit
him,
was a full-out rumble.
Yo, they caught him around the corner. They piled into a car. They went around the corner and
They put him in a car?
No, they like a group of dudes piled in a
I
car.
remember, that's the part I forgot.
And they went around the corner, caught my brother like walking on his own, and they jumped out of the car. And
Well, I wonder if it was all part of the same. I wonder if, like,
I know why the fight started to begin with.
Are we going to
Because-
talk about that?
Yeah. Well, because there was some chick that my brother's.
I knew it was over a chick.
Of course.
Dirtbag shit.
Yeah. There's a chick he was rapping to. Some other guy was like hooking with her too, and said to my brother, he's like, yeah, you know. And this is what my brother told me. I don't even know if this shit is true, but he was like, yo,
They'll
my dick is bigger than yours. Why even try? You know. And
I do remember that.
My brother got so offended. He was like, oh, he hauled off on the dude. Or
Yeah,
something, you know?
that's what I saw. I saw him
He-
throw a punch at the guy.
Yeah, he
So
hauled
they were
off
having
on him.
dick talk.
Yeah, he was like, yo, my dick's bigger than yours. Why even try? And
That's
and-
hilarious.
Yeah, I know.
That's pretty
and
funny.
my brother hauled off on him, and like that whole thing started. And then
Wow. I'm just
and I
glad.
was fucked up, dude. That
Yeah,
guy-
your ribs
that-
got broken, cracked. Yeah, I spent a weekend in bookings,
Oh my god.
and I attempted to sell cigarettes in jail, and all these dudes
Yours or
from.
mine?
Oh, here, take another one just in case.
Alright.
So, all these
Cigarettes in
dudes,
jail.
all these dudes from the Ave, Avenue D were in there. I didn't know they were from Avenue D. And I had a pack of cigarettes. My arresting officer was like a Latino dude, and he was cool. He's like, you could keep a few of those. And I was in a cage right next to the dude I cracked.
You could keep a few.
Yeah.
I know that. Actually, there's a full story circle to that.
All right, we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Maybe off record. I don't know if
Okay.
it's
No, it's not. It's actually a good twist.
okay. Cool. So my arresting officer, he gives me my cigarette. He gives me my cigarettes, and I thought it was a great idea to go into the tombs that's under the fucking building,
Oh, God.
right, being processed. The guy was pressing charges.
Tunes are terrible.
Yeah,
dude.
there's no windows. Everyone has to shit in one room, and one guy that you got a cigarette.
There's like a couple guys ODing, like not ODing, they're like kicking.
Yeah,
That's
they're going
always
through
great.
withdrawal.
Yeah,
They're going-
it's always,
And I have a rip button down. I'm smoking cigarettes in the tombs. I'm probably like 23, 24 years old, right?
yeah.
And so
yeah.
one dude's like, yo, you got a cigarette? And I give him one.
23, wow.
Yeah, and then another guy
Holy
asked me for another cigarette. And then a guy that's in the cell I'm in, because this is a cell across, it's like, you used to sell those. I'm like, how much would you sell? He's like, $5.
Oh, yeah.
So I started,
Six months
and then the whole cage across from me, like, how the fuck you gonna sell us a cigarette for $5? It's 20 dudes hollering at me.
Oh, wow.
They turned on me. And they're like,
Yeah.
yo, when we see you in the
I would
four building,
have said, yo, my man, why are you talking so loud, dude?
they were yelling at me, bro. They put me under a lot
No,
of
the
pressure.
dude that was like, yo, you should sell those. Everyone heard it.
Yeah, it was ugly. It was ugly. And I had to deal with these guys fucking talking shit for hours.
God.
And they were like, yo, when we see you, if you're going to, I didn't know if I was going to Rikers. I didn't think I was going to go to Rikers.
No.
But it was a pretty big deal because the guy was cut from the ride. But they let me out
He
on a
didn't
Sunday.
press charges.
No, he
though.
didn't press
No,
charges.
Okay.
You know, it was a fucking brawl. We had a fight.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it was a brawl.
Yeah.
I'm glad everyone was okay. You know, I could walk by that guy right now and
Yeah,
we wouldn't
no,
even
actually,
know.
well, so, like, I was working on this job, like,
Recently?
yeah, the job that I had before.
Are you lying?
Come on, man.
Yo, are you lying?
He lies just as much as I do, this fucker.
I like it. I like your neon socks.
Yeah, they're actually they're like sports socks.
Oh, okay.
Cause
For the varicose veins. We're getting old, Pop.
I walk around a lot, dude.
Yeah.
So it keeps like,
I know.
it's like a compression.
I know.
kind of-
I wear thigh high socks to turn on my
I
girl.
know.
She's into that shit.
Those shoes are super leathery. Those are the most
My doodle brown shit.
the most
shoes.
leatherist.
So tell me about
Converse I've ever seen.
the guy we had the brawl with. We bumped into him how recently?
So, like, I don't know, like before this job about a year ago, this dude he's a
So you know who it is? The guy that?
yeah. Well, this dude that was the design director or some shit at my other job, he was like, he knew I was into skateboarding and stuff. from back like years ago, and he's like, "Oh, you into skateboarding? Do you know this guy? This is my homie," and he showed me a picture, and I was like, "Holy shit!" I was like, "I got a funny story about this guy."
Did you know who we had the brawl with? Did you know
I know
those guys?
who the guy was.
Oh, you knew who he was?
Yeah, I remembered his face, man. Like
From before we had the Rumble?
no,
Or
I
just
didn't know,
afterwards,
just
you know?
Afterwards.
Oh, I wouldn't
He's younger. Like, he's younger, so, like, he's not in my kind of... He would never be in my circle anyways, you know what I mean? He was just a younger dude.
And this is the one that your brother fought.
Yeah. Yikes. Yeah, so he was like, yo, yeah, he skateboards too. Do you know this guy? And I was like, I do, because I did skate with him. Like, I was in...
Statutes of limitation, that's what it's called, right?
Yeah, what?
It's a statute of limitation?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm under the umbrella, baby. It was over 15 years ago. You can't touch me now.
Yeah, we were in, you know the skate park in LES?
Yeah.
I was skating there, and he was skating. We just, you know, he kind of, like, I guess we saw each other. It was no big deal. But the thing is, I guess the guy now, he's all, like, he has a kid. He's all, like, straightened out. Because he's friends with this design guy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so he's not, like, I'm like, so what's up with this guy now? He's like, oh, man, he's got a kid. He's got another one on the way. We're just good buddies.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh.
Cause that was ugly, man. That could have turned out the way we were brawling.
Oh,
it could,
dude.
if guns or knives were involved, they would have definitely been used. I didn't carry weapons like that.
I
but,
don't know.
But
I definitely threw that bottle at that guy's head. Like, if I had a gun, I probably would have just
yeah,
shot
I
his
mean,
ass.
because you were blinded by fury.
I didn't even think of his size. I was just like,
Yeah,
yeah,
no.
take that.
It's funny.
You know, it's so crazy, man.
It's a wild story.
I mean,
It's fun to talk about.
You know what's messed up is that, like, nowadays just don't go down that way.
No, you get popped.
Yeah, you can't have just a straight up rumble. It's just going to be like,
You get popped.
yeah, you're going to get killed.
You get popped.
Especially if you're like in...
Violence like that makes me nervous. I go, oh, let's cross the street.
Yeah.
Let's cross the street.
Yeah, right? It didn't used to be that way, right?
Fuck, man. Yo, so there's a story
And
I
remember
share a
you were
lot.
the one you told me some like wild shit you used to do, like
Wait. Don't say
on
anything.
3rd Street, like banging on the door and
And
running
run?
away.
Oh, yeah. Knocking and running. Yeah, it was fun. That was kid shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Remember that time you had told me one of the funniest stories I've ever heard, and I used it in my stand-up.
Oh my god,
Now,
I can't do this.
I gotta tell it.
Come on.
I've told it on the podcast before.
Dude,
to my listeners, I don't care.
Look. I'm not. This is a story that someone told me.
Oh, that's what it is?
Yeah.
I don't believe you.
This
So, Rob, my wonderful guest this afternoon, which I'm so happy to see you.
Yo,
He-
you can't. No.
I can't tell the story? It doesn't. It's not your story, though. It's just a story.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So he said that someone else, air quotes,
Come on.
shat their bed.
What a dirtbag. Yo, I swear to God. You think I'm a dirtbag? Listen to me, this guy.
Yeah, I just farted on this leather couch. This leather couch matches my shoes. Look.
I know. Those are some leathery.
Yeah. So
Alright.
Rob shits the bed. And I'm kidding. You told me a story of someone shitting their bed,
Yeah,
but they
yeah.
had a girl in bed with them.
Basically the story. It's a good Zen moment.
So Rob was telling me a story of a mutual friend, right? Okay. Speaking of shit, it's real dirtbag today.
Oh God.
So his mutual friend hung out all night, right? Shat the bed, right? There was a girl in bed, but she was still sleeping. It's like a one-night stand situation. And the guy was clever thinking. The guy goes to the bathroom, cleans himself up, and like fast thinking, he wakes the girl up, picks her up, puts her in the shit, and goes, "Oh no!"
That's
And
not.
she goes, "What?" And he goes, "You shat the bed."
That's not how that goes. That's how the story goes, dude. You're telling it wrong.
No way! I've been
Yes,
telling that
you
story
are.
wrong for years.
Yes.
And that shit, wait, this is my version of it.
This-
Wait,
oh
can
my
I?
God,
Look,
come
look,
on,
look.
you-
Can I
you're
just
killing
finish?
it.
No. So he puts her in the shit, and then she
Alright.
goes, "Oh my God."
All right.
And he goes, "Yeah, you shot the bed." And she goes, "I'm so bad." She locks herself in the bathroom. He lights up a cigarette. He knocks on the door. She opens up, and he's smoking the cigarette. It's like a blue cloud of smoke in his face. He goes, Don't worry about it, kiddo."
It happens
Yeah,
to
happens to the
best of us. Yeah, you murdered that story. All right, I'll let it go at that.
What is it? What did I miss? What did your friend do?
Basically, I can't keep it together.
I love this story. I'm sorry. It's
Yeah,
one of the funniest stories.
So the dude gets up and he's like, oh, like he knows something, like he shit the bed.
Yeah.
So what he does is he gets up, he slides the girl over, and then he moves over to her side, and then he gets out of bed and he washes his ass, and,
That's what I said.
and she's sleeping, and then he lays on his side, and then she wakes up and like he's still sleeping. She wakes him up. She wakes him up and she's like, "Oh, something happened." And
That's even better.
yeah. And
So
he-
should
and
you
he-
find yourself in a situation like that, just go on the other
He's
side?
like, she's like, something happened. He's like, and he's like, the way it was told, the sun is coming through the window. Very zen-like, shining.
And birds are chirping?
Yeah, and he's like, and she's like, oh, something happened. Oh, like, I'm so embarrassed. And he goes, don't worry, it happens to the best of us. It's terrible.
I love
It's
it.
terrible.
Yo, that probably changed the trajectory of her life.
Yeah, probably.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Probably. I thought
We got to get that
dude,
guy on the podcast.
I had a one night stand where, like, a chick, like, fucking pissed in my bed and just
Yeah.
bounced, like, left half her gear and just bounced.
Yeah, that's
And-
some
and-
alcoholic shit, right? When you pee the
and
bed.
I woke up. I was like, there was like a belt buckle on me. It was like some of her clothes, and it was just like, she was like, damn. She was a little older than me though.
Yeah, that's hardcore drinking. I pissed the bed before.
I never have.
You never pissed the bed?
No.
I pissed the bed with an ex-girlfriend and it was like a year in. And I did it like 3 times. Pee the bed and just like flip the mattress over.
I did one time when I was blazing. I farted.
Oh yeah.
Like
That happens every
and
other
then,
week.
Like, and you're just like, oh.
Yeah,
know?
one time this girl was riding me and I farted and it was like,
Yeah.
and then she put her head on my
Yo,
chest because she
dude,
didn't want to smell the fart.
Can you?
She knew what to do. She put her head. I was like, okay, and I comfort her.
You brush it.
Yeah, she was so.
I can't. Yo,
She was riding me. I fought, and she went. She gave me like a sigh,
oh my
and then
God.
she rested her head. I was combing her hair with my fingers.
Yo,
Yeah.
you gotta tell the story about the chocolate.
Oh my God! You like
gotta-
this one?
Yes.
So I was at Marcy Projects with Ariel. This is my neighborhood friends, Ariel and Damien. We meet these girls.
This is around the time we was like girl hungry. Like,
Yeah.
and
This
we're
is
picking up
like
girls.
9/11.
I don't even know how we were like meeting these. We're meeting them at the beach.
We meet them at the beach. Everyone had their
There was-
pockets of girls.
there was
But these girls are
no,
from
like,
Marcy
and this is,
Projects.
like, and also, there was no like way to connect otherwise. It was, like,
Right,
straight-
we just
it was,
met
like,
people in the street.
Yeah. All right,
so
right.
we met these girls. I forgot how we met them. I believe they were like Damien, this kid named Damien that we knew.
remember
his
Damien.
friend. So we went to Marcy Project, and the thing is, when you're from like a different hood,
Yeah.
you go to the project. We hung out, and I remember I was on that day.
I work in Marcy.
It was like 2 weeks after 9/11.
Oh wow.
So it was like a very solemn, it was very glum.
Yeah.
And we went to the projects, and I was talking to this girl, and when we left the projects, like one of the girls walked us to the train, like dudes were like yelling out the window, "Yo, you a hoe, you a hoe," like yelling at the girl. It was like weird, like project shit, right?
Yeah, right.
And we're young, so anyway, I reconnected with her. She went to some school by the west side. What school is that? BMCC?
Yeah, BMCC.
Yeah, and I met her, and she was, she's like in her first year in college or something. I'm like a little bit older
She
than
was
her.
cute.
She was mad cute. She had a big old booty. I remember that.
Yeah, okay.
She was mad cute, and she was fun. And we're by the water. It's real romantic, like. And she says to me, she said, "Listen, I'm not gonna make out with you." And I was like, "Well, why?" She's like, "I have a hole in my tooth." And she said, "I don't have candy to put in it." I was like, "What?" And she's like, "I got a hole in my tooth. I usually put candy to." I was like, "What do you wedge candy in the cavity so it doesn't smell?" I was like, "Yeah, I usually like fill it in with candy. I don't have
my
candy."
God. That's
And I was like, that is disgusting.
no. Was it you like? I recall the way I recall was like she was like, "Yo, where's the chocolate candy store?"
Oh, because she was gonna
She's like,
fix
I
the problem.
Put chocolate in my tooth because it stinks.
I put
That
chocolate in my
was
tooth.
the story. Dude.
Yeah, she
You're
said, I want
such
to
a
get chocolate
liar.
and put it in my tooth.
You're such a liar.
I lied. I lied. She didn't say that. I lied just for your entertainment.
Oh my god.
She said, I got a hole in my tooth. I'm going to put chocolate in it. So,
It's so terrible.
so gross.
That would hurt. I would think that would be so painful to like.
You know, that shit happened to me another time. I was at a comedy club. I meet this girl, and she was hot from Long Island. She was hot. And this is I was at La Nina. Remember that was our neighborhood spot?
yeah,
And
La
she's
Nina.
smoking and chewing gum. So, like, there's a smell of menthol and gum.
Right.
Like mint cigarette and mint gum. I look over to my left, and she pulls the gum out, and there's a tooth dangling on the end of it.
No, come on.
Yeah, and it smells like shit.
Really?
And then she went like that. And she put it back in.
No. Come on.
Yeah, dog. People are disgusting.
Come
and she was
on.
hot. That was the wild thing about
Are
it.
you serious?
Certified dirtbag. That is honest to God truth.
Oh my god. Oh.
It was dangling at the end of the
was
gum.
She hot? Was she hot though?
She was fucking hot. She was this beautiful Italian girl, little waist, little belly ring, big booty, and she was hot.
I might have let that one slide.
Yo, the gum was the two was swinging at the end of the gum like a pendulum.
I would took 2 drinks. I was like 1, 2. I was like,
Yeah, dog.
Forget I seen that. Forget you saw that. Forget you saw that.
Yeah, I mean, listen, man.
Oh,
Yeah, it was a tough one. It was rough.
Oh man.
Yeah, dogs.
I'll tell you, man. I think I think I got into using, what was that? The chat back then was like
AOL chat rooms.
yeah, and I used to pick up chicks on that shit.
Yeah.
And I remember I got this one chick. She sent me pictures. I was like, oh man, she's so cute. Everything.
Excuse me, I'm just readjusting my shorts. I'm putting this pillow back on my lap. I have a huge hard on. 6-inch plus. Sorry. Has nothing to do with you though.
You're just trying to cover those short
We wear short shorts. Remember that commercial?
by men.
Yeah. If you dare wear short shorts, we wear shorts.
my
It was short shorts or short skirts?
Short shorts.
Yeah.
No, shorts. Yeah, short shorts.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyways, man, I met this chick. She was like,
AOL chat
looking.
room?
Yeah. Showed up. She's like, oh, before she prefaced it, she was like, look, I got a little, like, it's like I have some problem with my teeth, and I was like, what? Like, she's like, well, or did she? Well, no, I'm like, wait, she showed up. All I know is that when she had no front teeth,
Oh, god damn.
but she was young, and I was like, damn. I mean, like, she didn't smile like you wouldn't. She looked dope, but she was kind of like, yeah, she was a little rough.
Yeah, so
I
how'd
could
you think
tell.
she lose the teeth? Was it drug use, a bicycle accident?
I don't know.
Like my guest last week, veneer accident?
I don't know. It's probably like, just like not caring for your shit. I guess. You never know. My front teeth are fake, so
How'd you lose yours?
I fell.
Yeah? Drinking?
No. I was of course.
Yeah.
I was skating and I fucking jumped up, ollied up a curb, fell on my face, blacked out. This girl like standing over me, and she's like, and it was right on First Avenue and 14th Street, like just face planted, boom. This girl standing, and she's like, "Oh my God, that was the craziest thing I've ever seen." And I was like, "Yeah."
She was like, that was gnarly.
Yeah, or something like that's what I remember, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm okay." Went home, went back to Brooklyn, and then I looked in the mirror and I was like, "Oh damn!" Then I woke up the next day. This is even worse. I woke up the next day. My wrist was broken because I broke my wrist somehow in that process.
Yeah.
Teeth knocked out. I was just like, "Oh man, damn!" I was like, "My shit is all fucked up." Went to the hospital and everything like that. I mean, they had to re-break my wrist actually too.
God.
They had to re-break it. That's an interesting thing. They fucking jam a needle in the side, and then this lady came in. She's like, "I'm just gonna re-break your wrist," and she fucking just did it. She fucking knew how to do it. It was like, you'd be surprised. I'm like, "Whoa, that's
It was easy. That was easy enough.
Yeah, it was like.
So
like
was that one of the times that really inspired you to get clean?
No.
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 So you probably have more of those situations.
Oh, dude, like, you know what? The thing is, it's a dark, I can go, like, it gets pretty dark. Like, you know what I mean? You know, living in New York, the unacceptable becomes acceptable. I could tell some serious horror stories. Even prior to that, like, even before I moved to New York, you know, I was upstate, I was wilding out, man. You know what I mean? I mean, you know a little bit about my background, but, you know, I was hanging around with dudes that were, like, you know, gang banging, and, you know what I mean? I was already locked down for a couple years before I was even in my 20s. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I had my 21st birthday. I was up north, man. You know what I'm saying? So, they make good booze.
Right, upstate? Yeah? What, you got moonshine in jail?
Yeah, well, you get, like, a garbage bag, and you fucking, like, dudes would all pitch in their grapes and, like...
And potatoes?
Well, no, like the way we would do is, like, everyone would, on, like, the tier or wherever you were, you collect, like, yo, we're gonna make booze, you know, for everybody, kind of thing. It doesn't matter, like, white, black, everyone would, like, it doesn't matter. Like, you know, it's like, we're just gonna make a big fucking barrel of booze.
And that shit will get you fucked up, right?
Yeah. So, like, you know, everyone chipping their grapes and their oranges, like, all the fruit they had, like, a bunch, and they put it in a garbage bag. And, like, you get free sugar packets, and they, like, fucking throw the sugar in there. And, and then they tighten, the way that I seen them do, they put water in it, and they tighten the bag.
And leave it there for, like, a week?
Well, yeah, and the bag expands. Then they let the gas out, they tighten it up again. Bag expands. They let the gas out. They tighten it. And they do it for like a month. And when that shit is done,
you got
it's
that
like
mooch.
It's like night train.
Oh God.
Yeah, straight night train, dude.
I don't think I've ever had night train. I think the worst. I think the worst liquor. One of the worst liquors I've ever had.
Wild Irish Rose, or it's like what do you call it?
Wild Irish Rose.
Boone's Farm or something.
I mean, that stuff is meant for the worst of the worst.
Yeah,
like it's like the bottom of the barrel. Like that stuff should be illegal. That's like K2.
Yeah.
Like Wild Rose, Thunderbird.
It's like really cheap booze.
Yeah, I mean that's like the K2 of that's like what K2 is to like as far as drugs.
Think of that. Like, oh my God.
So you had multiple cases where like you blacked out drunk. Like, but what was the pivotal moment to get sober? Because it took me, it wasn't one thing. It was a collection of different things. I do remember, like,
it took, like,
for me personally.
The last time, like, I hadn't seen you for a while. I hadn't seen a lot of folks. Mm-hmm. Like, even my family, nothing for, like, a while. And then,
Why, did you become isolated?
Yeah, well, I was one dude. I was wilding, like, you know what I mean? I was smoking coke, running around Brooklyn. I was robbing dudes, you know, taking drugs.
Wow.
Yeah, I was going in, man. You know what I mean? Like, getting beat up. You know, waking up in the street.
What year was this?
Like 2008.
Wow.
Yeah, 2008, 2009, and I was in and out of, like, when shit got too hot, I'd just go into detox in Beth Israel. You know what I mean? Because you can go to detox there, and you spend 2 weeks, you clean up, you eat food, and you're back at it. You're like, all right, I'm good. You know, it's like.
So you had like
God willing, dude, I got some good ass genes because, you know, I don't. Like, I was constantly doing that.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Well, like, you know,
Yeah, we had lost contact.
Yeah. So
you had like a pattern going on.
Oh, yeah. So when I saw you again, like other people I saw, like one other dude I saw, he was like, yo, dude, I thought you were dead. And then there was another dude that, like, I saw, like, you know, sober, and he was like, yo, man. It's like one time, like, I was sober, and he saw me with a wrist brace, and I had a wrist brace because I was skating, you know, and he was like, yo, I got shook because I was like, yo, man, come here, let me talk to you, and he saw the wrist brace, and he was like, yo, Rob must be wilding out, like, he didn't want to talk to me,
right.
You know, when you see them dudes that fucked up, they got a broken arm, like, yo, come here, You know what I mean? You're like, yo, I gotta go. I got something. I got something. Like he told me, he's like, I thought you were wild, and so I
just kept it
ran,
moving.
I ran away.
Yeah, you see someone with a broken arm or a scar, or like,
Like a
stitches.
headband. You're like, yo.
Yeah.
You know,
you
it's
think
like
they're
dudes
going
in
to
the
some
street,
shit.
like if you knew that they were like running around the street, then like you think.
Yeah, that makes sense. You just don't want to deal with it.
Yeah. It's like, yo, I got.
They got a sling on.
I got.
They're like walking after you with crutches. Yo, come here. Yo, let me talk to you.
You're like, yo, I gotta go. I
gotta go.
So, yeah, man, I was at the spot. I was like getting high. I was getting fucked up. This was the time, and I don't know, man. I was on the second floor of this building. I was fucking paranoid. Like I was with there was this guy that was there.
Is this in the Lower East Side?
No, this is in Bushwick.
In Bushwick.
Yeah.
So you were drinking, getting high, smoking coke, shit like that?
Yeah, that. And then the guy that I was with got in a fist fight with him. That shit got a little hectic. He man, dude, I threw a cologne bottle at this cat.
Let's throw bottles.
Yeah. No, I yo, I'm not trying to stop you. I'm trying to drop you. Stop. That was my thing. Like, I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, yo, this guy's gonna kill me. You know.
Yeah.
So and his girlfriend, got in and broke it up and pulled him out because like he opened him up and everything, and I'm still in this spot with this other guy who's like.
Was it someone's apartment?
It's a drug.
It's like a drug den.
A drug spot, yeah, and I was getting paranoid. Like for
how many days were you there?
For about a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was partying before. So
Yeah. So you ended up here.
I was like crazy paranoid. I'm in there. I was super paranoid, and I was like, man, this dude's gonna come back and light this place up, man. I don't have a gun. I'm freaked out. So I jumped out the second floor window. Yeah. Fucking landed. I didn't break my ankles or anything like that.
Holy shit.
Yeah, but I did break my wrist again.
Weak ass wrist.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I'm like a T-Rex, like I got a little wrist.
Just running down Brooklyn, Myrtle Avenue or some shit.
So, and it was like at night. It was raining. Like I was so fucked up. I'm tired. Walked up the street, and then I just was like, I was thinking about this kid that I was locked up with, and we were on this work crew, and I remember one day he was like, man, I could just lay right there and rest, and like that was...
So you laid on the curb and rested?
Yeah, I just went to sleep.
Wow.
And I woke up the next day, and I was like, I felt like I was done, man. I was just like, yo, I feel like I'm gonna die, dude, and went to the hospital, and then that was it. And then I just, that was it.
So that was the last one? That was the last.
Yeah, that was like the.
But it was a collection of different things, right?
I know, man. I really grinded my ass for years. But I had been sober before that. Like I had a few times. Like there was another time. I think you remember. Like I was in the hospital. I got some crazy shit in my memory, and like I stopped drinking for a while.
I remember that.
You
had so when I saw you after years, there was a certain light that you had. We maintained eye contact.
Yeah.
Like people who get each other's soul.
Yeah.
Seriously, like when we were drinking, it's like you're bullshitting,
yeah,
right?
just
You're
talking
bullshitting,
around,
right?
yeah.
But when I saw you and I was clean, you were clean.
Yeah.
It felt so good to see you. Like it wasn't like that thing. Oh, he got the broken arm. Like, I gotta go, Rob. If I would have saw you like that, I would have did that. Like if you were like, oh, what's up, sir? You looking good. Like I would have been like, I gotta go, because I can't entertain that too long.
I
But
know,
you look
I can't.
great, and I think you were at a place where people congregate and so and meet up, whatever. And it was just so good to see you. So how many years do you have under you?
Now it's been.
Are you a day counter? You count days and shit like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just keep it day at a time, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a while.
That's great, man.
I gotta honestly say, like, I'm not the most solid AA'er or like, in the rooms or like, I really I work a lot, dude.
Yeah.
My life's like,
You seem so much more confident and happier now.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's what you get back. You get your confidence,
for sure.
and everything becomes manageable.
Oh.
And like, it's the same old fucking story. Like every guy I have in here who talks about this, it's the same shit.
Yeah,
I mean,
of course.
as far as what you get back,
Yeah.
You know, you become
Yeah,
whole.
Of course, man. Like I give everything that I have today is a direct correlation to being sober. I mean, there's no other explanation. I mean, I'm fucking extremely lucky, as we both are, because, I mean, I remember this one guy said to me, he's like, "Yo, man, because you know how lucky you are, because the odds that you're alive is less than 1 or less than 0. Actually, the odds that you're alive are less than 0. I may be wrong. Don't quote me, but I think it is. It's like it's definitely less than 1. You know what I mean? That your parents meet and the sperm and everything connects and you get born. It's like the odds of that is like 0.00000 point. So you're like a big deal, kind of. You know what I mean? Just to be alive is like kind of a big deal, man. Yeah. People don't look at it that way.
It's true.
You know what I'm saying?
It's true.
Yeah, we just got heavy for a minute.
I like it. You know, it reminds me of the time I used to go to your shows. Are you still interested in making music? Or you don't?
No.
Because you guys are talented. You and your brother had this band. What was the name of the band?
Yeah, Blue Dog. And
Blue Dog.
And then we were in another band. I forgot.
Yo, one time you took me to a mosh pit, bro.
Oh, yeah.
With some dirty-ass white boys. There was a white girl with dreadlocks, and she had hairy underarm pits, and I had brand new Air Ones. I wasn't supposed to be there with a Sean John Velour outfit. Remember that Sean John Velour outfit?
Yeah.
I wore it every
like
weekend.
A gold one or something.
It was burgundy.
Yeah, the burgundy.
Yeah, and you one time you told me you were drinking a beer, and you say, "Yeah, you like that Sean John Velour outfit a lot."
No.
You say you like it a lot, don't you? And you looked at me like this.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I was probably balancing. Dude.
Yeah. So we took me to the spot. It was called the Cock on First Avenue.
Yeah.
And this shit, yo,
Cock's gay bar.
Yeah. So was it like I had a silhouette of a rooster?
Yeah.
But it wasn't gay night.
No. But there's good parties in there. Like, it don't matter. Like, I don't care. Like, yeah, I've been in there. Like, back in these, like, they'd have, like, you know, some gay parties and stuff. And man, all the hottest chicks was in there, man. Yeah. And it was the best party. I would go. No beef. No one's fucking with you.
Yeah. I
Everyone's
remember.
dancing,
So we went to a bunch of different parties, and also like. I'm not saying, it wasn't gay that night, because I definitely been to gay bars, and I've had decent times, like go hanging out with some homegirls or whatever.
Yeah.
So I just say that because it wasn't, I just know that night, there was a theme, but it wasn't gay. It was like a mosh theme. Like the music was very like, and I was like, yo, this is not my element. And you couldn't drink me enough. Yes, I said drink me enough to get me to that place.
Yeah.
All I know, there was a mosh pit that broke out. I got brand new Nike Air Ones. You know how fucking Puerto Ricans that are young, we're like trying to keep them shits clean. And this fucking girl who's barefoot with hairy underarms and dreadlock elbows me. I'm like, yo, watch my sneakers. Spilling fucking Pabst Blue Ribbon all over me. And you're like, you're fucking, this is cool, right? But wow, man, you used to tear down the house, you and your brother one time.
Yeah, that was actually, that was a concert that we
That's what it was.
Yeah, it was.
Because there was so many shows.
It was Fishbone.
It's Fishbone. You remember?
That was a concert.
That was the name of it.
Yeah, the concert we saw at Fishbone. They're like, they're dope, man.
Yo, I remember
they all got dreads and like they're like,
I remember one time. So after the after parties that we did,
Fishbone's awesome, man. They're like, you know,
the after parties that we did after your shows were epic.
I know.
Yo, one time your brother was being carried like a baby, like a baby, and he had a mohawk, but because he was going bald, like the mohawk started here, then stopped in the middle. And then continued in the end, and he was drinking like a bottle of liquor and then blowing it in the air like this. And there was someone holding him like a baby, like you would rock a baby.
Oh my!
Like walking through the crowd, and he was spitting out beer or like alcohol like this.
Oh, dude,
it was like the fountain of goose.
My brother's done some like raunchy shit. I remember one time we were doing a show and. Yo, dude, we like a couple people in the room before we were doing the show and we're drinking. My man's like, I gotta use the bathroom. Yo, he just pulled his pants down, like shit in the can, the garbage
real
can,
rock and roll
garbage
shit.
can, and then just pulled his pants up.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, yo,
you can't do that.
No, but like at the time I was like, oh, that's terrible. But like, and then you think about it the next day and you're like, damn, he didn't even wipe his ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, he just hung out.
It's
with
funny,
a shitty
man.
ass. You know what I mean? That's wild, dude.
Ah, man, funny. Yeah, I'm so happy to have you on, and I would, it really is just special to reunite with an old friend and
Yeah,
to share all the dirtbag stories. You're doing great right now.
Yeah.
And your energy is dope. So I appreciate your time, brother.
Thanks,
I haven't laughed this much in a long time.
I know. Like, I mean,
Don't
I
leave me
know when I'm
hanging. Don't leave me hanging. You're the man.
I love you, man.
Yeah, I love you too, man. That's the DBS podcast. You know, I know this is one of those episodes. I'm gonna have to have Rob on the show again to share some more DBS. Subscribe, comment, like, and all that good stuff. That's another one in the books. We out. That was excellent.
Yeah.
I laughed so much.
I know.